Tim, Alex, and Joey too. Got a show for me and you, games and films and tunes they'll skew. Some laugh, some groans, it's nothing new. Things I hate it, let's dive in. Games and movies, where do I begin? Tunes we love, but still we spin. Laughs and cringe, it's where we win. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
I hurt my neck hitting a fat dab in that intro.
Tim went fucking sick in the intro and forgot that his age starts with a 3.
Is that what you guys were laughing at? I had no idea.
I hit a fat dab and went, ah!
Okay, well, welcome back everyone to Thanks I Hate It. How exciting. We are here, the three of us. You've heard that Tim's here because he can't dab anymore due to his age. Alex, what things can't you do due to your age?
Oh, a lot of things.
Sleep through the night without going for a wee?
Well, it's whether I make it there or not's the question.
Sometimes you can't do it without going for a week.
So that's Alex, Tim, and I am Joey. In this series, we take a piece of media that we have previously said that we don't enjoy, and another member of the Game Club pod says, hey, look, I've got this thing. It's in that area you don't enjoy, but you might enjoy this one thing. And today we're talking about something that I can almost certainly say no one enjoyed, because this was my idea. And on our list, Tim, you've had that you don't like superhero films. So I decided to be a funny boy and search up the worst rated superhero movies of all time.
I think they're all the same.
They're not the same as this one, though.
No,
So
this is
number one, this is The Incredible... No.
The Amazing.
The Amazing Bulk. Quite ironic, as there was nothing amazing nor bulky about the character. Well, there was something quite bulky. But I'll get into the story in a minute. I am dying to hear, Tim and Alex, did you or didn't you hate it, starting with Alex?
We do the funny
Just
little
thumbs up or
noises.
thumbs down and I'll press the button.
Well, he didn't.
Oh, well, I guess he hated it.
Before you get into why you hated it, my favourite part of that was that you pressed the wrong button and then went, oh, and surprised me and Tim. When you pressed it, oh, I guess he didn't hate it. Me and Tim looked at each other like, what?
What?
This might be the single worst bit of media I've ever consumed, and Tim's made me watch Neil Breen movies in the past. This was... It's... Where do you begin? The writing is so awful. What really pains me is because obviously I did animation in university. I've got a degree in animation. I'm a trained animator. This looks like... Do you remember the old games that you would play in school to learn like your 9 times tables? And it'd be the jankiest 3D animation you've ever seen in your life. It's like that, but worse. Just... Everyone sounds like they're recording their audio in a different studio. The on-the-spot... Because what we'll probably get into is that... This film is 3D actors green-screened onto 3D in massive air quotes CGI environments. Yeah, like air quotes the size of the stratosphere kind of thing. And there's sections where they're running and they're clearly running on the spot but don't know how to run on the spot. Like I said, everyone's clearly recorded in different studios. There's a scene where we're in someone's house and the father has a very clear and crisp microphone. It sounds like he's recording in a proper studio. And then the main character, who is our incredible idiot, or Amazing Hulk, or whatever the hell he was called, he sounds like he's recording in a fucking tin can. And it hurts. I looked it up. Do you know what other actual superheroes films came out in 2012?
I know what other films came out from this director and writer.
What other film? Are you going to... Let me guess. Is it an Avengers film?
It's the first Avengers, also The Dark Knight Rises, also The Amazing Spider-Man.
Nice. all
And then
of them
this.
worse than this, we can agree.
We can definitely agree that The Avengers is worse than this, 100%. It's just... I'm offended that I watched it. I mean, the only saving grace is it's 75 minutes long.
Right, so Alex glowing review. Tim,
Glowing.
what do you think?
I want to. Okay, I'm first.
Just give me a thumbs
this.
up. Oh, wow.
Well, he didn't hate it.
I need something better than didn't hate it. I need fucking loved it. Because
This
I
is
was
not a surprise.
crying laughing from start to finish with this movie. The terrible green screen, the atrocious acting, the terrible pacing and editing and constant flashbacks, the father-in-law's house being in space with a weirdly viscous fountain and like a
That
wine
was
cellar.
so weird.
It's so
It's
weird.
like it was eels.
And like the inaudible dialogue at points where the mugger has a gun in the prostitute's mouth and he goes and we're just supposed to understand what he's saying. It was phenomenal. I, as someone who adores piece of shit movies, would 1000% recommend this movie.
Wow. Tim, anything else on that?
Yeah, I want to watch more of this guy's work because he's done things like a parody of Iron Man called Metal Man. I know that much. But I don't know much of his other work. Definitely going to go and find more, though, because it was chef's kiss. The coup de grace.
The coup de grace. Right, so,
Joey.
Oh, well, I guess he hated it.
This film is atrocious.
That's the best.
This film garnered a whopping 1.7 out of 10 on IMDb. And I decided to look up some of the actors in it. None of them have done anything of note before or since, apart from the guy who played the painfully pointed out erectile dysfunction-laden bad guy who played John Wayne Gacy in Dharma vs. Gacy,
Damn.
which is a horror film in the style of Alien vs. Predator, where John Wayne Gacy fights Jeffrey Dahmer.
Well, I need to see this now.
What's the name of the director of The Incredible Bulk?
Joel something. Joel...
Schumacher.
Not Joel Schumacher. He did Batman Returns
Yeah,
with the back credit card.
the back credit
It was
card.
Lewis Shawbrun.
That's him.
Shawbrun.
So very close to Joel something.
Very close to Joel. I saw a Joel in the credits.
Well, okay, we'll get onto the credits in a little bit because they were one of my favourite parts of this.
They're also at the
Not
end of the
only-
movie, which is probably where you need
Not
to get to
only
them.
that, the end of the movie, everyone's name in the credits is a nickname,
Yeah.
which is just
It's
something.
like, hey, shortstop played the bulk. or whatever.
It was just... So this film, obviously, is a parody film. And obviously, the director, writer, editor don't know what the word quality control means, because I think everything that's in this film is the first take of everything. You can shake your head, Tim, but it is true.
It's perfect.
No, it's shit, but you
It's-
like it because it's shit.
It's peak. This is what acting is.
Okay. I'm moving past Tim's ridiculousness. Alex, I'm on your side.
I swear to God that they've outsourced every section of 3D animation. I swear up and down they've outsourced it to different high schools and just said, "Can you model and animate for some reason a monkey playing with a rocket or a dog rolling around on the floor?"
So, yes, there is a few things in this film. Like, if I was to say, here is the story, I will miss things because every now and then they throw something at you that is so wildly unexpected. Like, and I'm going to skip towards the end. We will get to the story in a minute. Why, when they were trying to kill the bad guy, was there randomly a 10-foot tall zombie with a fire torch following the dog down the hallways?
He was the mastermind behind it all.
But he actually wasn't. The problem with you saying that, Tim, is this movie is so batshit crazy that if I hadn't seen it, I wouldn't know you were lying.
What do you mean lying?
You heard me lying. So now we know where everyone lands on it. Here is a very quick synopsis of The Incredible Bulk.
The Amazing Bolt.
Oh, yeah, I keep calling it The Amazing Bulk. It's obviously a parody of The Incredible Hulk. So,
I think the Hulk parodied this, to be honest.
okay. So,
Yes, Tim.
fuck. Even talking
Back
about
in
this
your
movie
corner.
is really fucking me up. The movie follows our main character, Henry Hank Toad, is that right?
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah. But they call him Hank throughout, so Hank is his nickname. Hank is a socially awkward scientist working in a lab and is mocked by those around him. Their experiments are on rats, and they are trying to do something.
They're increased.
No. They are trying to do something, and what we ascertain is they have murdered 238 rats. And every time they do, they inject it with the purple serum. It goes up in a big cloud of purple smoke, and then they go, oh, there goes another one. Not at all kind of shocked by the fact that they just vaporized a rat in front of themselves.
They do say in this scene that it's a government thing to create super soldiers.
Yeah, they're like trying
They
to
do
increase
mention that
muscle
it's-
mass and stuff. They're basically
Yeah.
making protein powder, but you inject it, which I'm pretty sure always exists.
It's called steroids.
Yeah, I was gonna say that exists already.
So, in this scene, we find out that Hank has a girlfriend who I can't remember her name, and I can't remember how often they say it, but I feel
Hannah
like
Darwin.
Hannah. So Hank and Hannah go on what might be the shittest looking date of all time, where he plans to propose to her.
A sprint.
They run. They sit on the worst CGI, for some reason, longest roller coaster of all time. It's
This is all on
obvious-
his lunch break, Mike.
Yeah, sorry, this is on his lunch break. And they're sat in, like, it's obviously a cardboard box with 3 other people. And when they animate it to go left, they all go, whoa.
Whoa.
And then they go right, and they go,
There was a couple of scenes as well where they all went the wrong direction.
My favourite bit in that scene was watching the 2 people behind them kind of be sort of out of time and then laughing at them when they're rolling. So there was a point where Hank and Hannah went round a corner and the guy behind didn't move, but then he laughed at them and they left it in the film.
It's great.
So, and I watched this one time and I picked up on that. An editor has sat there and edited this, I would say painstakingly. Clearly not. I think he might have been blind.
I
So,
refuse to believe it was edited.
well, it definitely was because they've green screened it.
Are you telling me police cars don't look like they're made in MS Paint?
Well, I'm not telling you that, Tim. I'm telling you that the entire world wasn't made in MS Paint. For some reason, everything looks like it was MS Paint. But Hank and his girlfriend Hannah, he says, I won't propose to her until I get permission from her father. Her father just happens to be the general that is funding the project for the rat vaporization serum that he's been working on. Tim is not impressed. Up with rats is what he says.
Too right.
So he goes to the general's house and says, I've got something important I want to talk to you about. And the general goes, is the serum working? And he says, no, it's not that. And he basically just belittles the shit out of Hank until Hank says, I want to marry your daughter. And the general basically says, no, you're a little nerd boy. She's never marrying you. He gets very angry and leaves. And at some point, was it on the date where a mugger stole the engagement ring?
Yeah,
Yes.
on the train.
On the train. The strangest mugger on a New York subway that was totally empty.
It was the subway of the future. It looked like a hyper tube.
So fucking weird.
But then he gets in his sports car.
Well, but yeah, so but his reaction, Hank's reaction to having this stolen is to angrily go back to his lab and carry on working. He injects a plant and the plant grows, and then he goes, "Oh, it must be working." So obviously we skip the rat testing phase and we inject it directly into Hank's eyeballs.
I think what he's discovered is water.
I'd like to point something out around about now. Normally, when you're developing things like you know serums and medicine and things like that in a lab, they usually have some kind of code against each version of it. You know, it'll be such and such and such and such version 1, blah blah blah, whatever it might be. This one they refer to it as purple, red.
Oh, I loved it.
He injects himself and quickly
Because that's the
realises-
logical next step.
Well, yeah, I've always thought if something helps a plant grow, I'm now going to eat plant fertilizer. And he accidentally becomes a big naked purple Shrek.
Yeah,
Any
who
other way
looks
to
like he's had
describe
anchor points on his animation placed incorrectly.
With an overhang on his belly.
Yeah.
The overhang on the belly followed the same logic as the bendy bit of an accordion. Like, because sometimes the bulk would bend over and the overhang would still be there, but it would be bent over itself.
What really annoys me about the CGI, and so I know I'm derailing a bit here, the CGI for the purple fucking grimace looking bastard.
The
It
bulk.
was-
Come on.
Sorry, the bulk. There are things in the animation that indicate that it was motion captured.
There's no way that was motion capture.
It looks like the way that there's some stutter on the arms and stuff like that. It looks like it was motion captured but not cleaned up.
Motion capture would have cost money, something that this film didn't spend.
Joey's right, there's no way this was motion captured. It was just filmed. This is what he was.
Exactly. But so our incredible bulk finds the mugger, but he finds him.
I love this movie so goddamn much.
He finds him.
By the way, spoilers for the Incredible Bulk, the Amazing Bulk.
Mugging a prostitute, and he says, "Give me all your money," shoves the gun in her mouth, and then she goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa," and the worst animated gunshot that I'm not sure had a gunshot sound happened, and just red exploded onto the MS Paint background.
Just red came out the back of her head and she fell over. There was no sound.
The bulk then kills the mugger, but didn't pick up his wallet.
What is
sorry,
the
sorry.
bulk?
The mugger picked up Hank's wallet, but the bulk sought revenge on behalf of Hank, but didn't retrieve his wallet.
Yeah.
I realise that we've gone past the part where we meet our bad guy. We will get back to him in just a second, as none of this film is connected to each other.
No one meets anyone.
The next day, Hank wakes up to the sound of police banging on his door, and they say, "Where were you last night?" And he said, "I was here asleep." And they said, "We found someone dead and they had your wallet on them." And Hank, shirtless with his sick ass tattoos,
Jelly belly. It's covered in jelly. So the police also found purple jelly on the floor.
I hated every second of the 72 minutes.
Police found purple jelly on the floor and went, "It looks like blood. We better go find whose wallet this is."
The two cops are there, and one of them looks at Hank covered in purple jelly, the same as the jelly they found on the floor, and his wallet sellotaped to the bad guy. And the female cop goes, "There's no way it was him." And the man goes, "I've just got a feeling."
And then he shows him his hand and it's just covered in jelly.
Somehow, and I can't remember how, but I watched this yesterday. I think I can't remember how because I watched quite a lot of it with my head in my hands. The female cop dies.
Yeah, so
She gets car dropped on her.
well, like the whole thing is that Hank goes back to the place that the mugger was killed because he's like, "Oh my god, there's no way I could have done this." And the male cop's like, "They always return to the scene of the crime."
And there's a bit where she goes, "They always say they return to the scene of the..." He goes, "They always say they always return to the scene of the crime." And she went, "Ah, that's because you came up with that phrase."
Yeah, you made that phrase up. It's
I don't think he did.
no, but like they go to the scene of the crime and Hank is there and they're like, "Oh, you did do it because you came over here. That's the only evidence we've got, really." And then they pull guns on him and he goes, "You don't want to do that." And then he summons a tornado and becomes the Amazing Bulk.
Yeah.
And then they have a whole chase sequence with so many JPEG cars being flipped, going down the same 3D street.
There was a scene where he runs through the JPEG car, like it clips through him.
That scene had me crying. There's so many cars being flipped, and it's the same car over and over again.
So the reason this storytelling is a bit woolly is I've gone to a website that summarizes. I just asked Google, "Can you show or find me somewhere that summarizes the Amazing Bulk in bullet point form?" I thought I'll get that, then I won't miss anything. Now the bullet points, the bullet points often have the writer's opinion on them. And the second to last bullet point is the plot frequently jumps between unrelated scenes with little continuity, cause effect, or storytelling.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Essentially, the Hannah's dad, the general, finds out that the Amazing Bulk is a thing, and tells Hank he has to go and kill the bad guy, who is called
Dr. Cuntlove.
Dr. Cuntlove.
Spelt can't love because he has an erectile dysfunction issue.
Well, okay, so we're going to pause Hank's story there.
Pump the brakes.
We're going to slam on those brakes, right?
Unlike Mr. Cuntlove, who can't slam anything.
Slam thing. What the fuck is going on with Dr. Cuntlove?
So he lives in a castle in New York.
No, that's not what I'm saying. So I understand what's going on with him. He looks, his makeup is very similar to Cilla Black. If any,
What a reference.
or the character from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I sent Dan a picture, and this is an audio-only episode, so I do apologise for how visual this joke is. But for Tim and Alex's benefit, I sent this, and I said, "I'm watching a film for Game Club, and this is the fucking bad guy."
He's phenomenal. But the first one...
Hold on. Dan's review... I also sent him this saying, "What the fuck is that thing?"
Oh, that's
And
the
it's a
dog.
picture of the CGI dog playing.
They
with
couldn't get a
ball.
dog.
Dan gave the best review I could imagine of this film. It feels like I've got more money in my wallet currently than they spent on this film, and I agree.
Dan's very rich.
He is very rich, but not Hollywood, the Amazing Bulk blockbuster rich.
But like when we meet Dr. Cuntlove, he is in a castle and it's got Roman guards with axes and AK-47s, but there's only 2 of them. And there's a girl skipping in place,
Dancing with a CGI dog.
Who's playing with a ball and rolling on the floor.
Now, is she special needs?
She might be.
She is
might be.
obsessed with dancing and singing, but also quite obsessed with the fact that her husband, boyfriend, bad guy, boss, dad, can't get an erection.
Yeah.
And the way that she gets her satisfaction without him giving her a good seeing to is she instructs him to send nuclear warheads across the world and blow up monuments.
In the funniest fucking stock footage I have ever seen. So
My
they
favourite
just
bit
use
was where they nuke Stonehenge.
they nuke Stonehenge for a start, but they just use footage of just regular like NASA missiles being launched, and when they want to like imply that it's going in for an attack, this missile, they just turn the footage 90 degrees and add a whistle effect to it, and until they replace it with like a CGI building that says Institute of German Scientists and
My
put the
God.
slowest moving missile I've ever seen on screen.
Why did he suddenly... Why has the... So, we've gone off on a tangent again here. So, the bad guy, Dr. Cuntlove, and his assumed
Assistant.
assistant, sister, who knows, who is obsessed with his floppy penis. Why did they go from... All I want to do is, instead of getting an erection, blow up monuments, to attacking the Institute of German Scientists?
I don't know.
It's never explained.
I was howling at this scene.
So
Because like he's even got a thing where like she's sat on his lap and she goes, and he goes, oh, go on then, push the button. And she turns around to push the button. It's not her finger pushing the button. It's just some old found footage of like some scientist pushing a button on a desk, and then it cuts to random clips of like the Apollo missions with missiles with the rockets launching.
Why did the room where they launched the missiles from have a CGI monkey playing with a toy rocket ship, while it was watching a video of CGI Mozart playing the violin in a room full of speakers?
Great question. Why was it when the guard found Cuntlove's name very funny, Cuntlove shot him with an electro gun that we just never see again?
I said to Dan, do you want to know what's happened in the first 20 minutes? A scientist has blown up 3 rats on screen but 238 off screen, asked his dad if he can marry her. When he said no, the bad guy has now blown up a building with the Institute of German Scientists written on the side. And they make a really big deal of the fact that the bad guy can't get a hard on.
Yeah.
That's 20 minutes. So we're 20 minutes into the film.
But then at the end of the scene, after Dr. Kuntlove has been like, "Mwahaha, I'm evil and can't get my rocks off," his girlfriend says, "Oh, can I blow up another monument?" And he goes, "Yeah, okay, you can blow up another monument." She turns around, presses the button again, and I shit you not, it cuts to footage of Kerbal Space Program. Like,
Is that what it's from?
that's what it's from. I fucking know that landscape. So they have this footage of Kerbal Space Program, but in horrible 480p, like before it collides with Mount Rushmore.
So this is where our stories connect-ish. Thank you for the quote mark.
This is where our stories connect.
The Bulk is sent to kill Dr. Cuntlove because he funded the experiments.
He's evil.
He is evil because he's got nukes blowing up monuments. But I can't work out why they said he was evil in the film.
Just to backpedal a tiny bit, when Joey's saying they blow up monuments, it's just pictures of the monuments with like transparent gifs of explosions on them.
Yeah. But essentially, the Bulk kills Cuntlove and then goes back to the general.
Well, no, he tries to flee the castle, and then he's like, "Where's my evac?" And then the helicopters and planes start bombing the castle.
I can't remember the last sort of 10... I genuinely think I've repressed this film.
What
It
happened?
would be understandable.
Tim, you
The last-
loved this, and you can't remember what's
No, it
The last
just
10
happened
minutes
to
is
me.
It's him escaping the castle, and he's running past like fucking Wild West archers and
Robin Hood.
for some reason, and there's a tank rolling through the desert. 'Cause at some point, they end up in the desert.
This is the scene with like the most like Pixabay ass looking 3D models.
Yes.
Oh, it's the best.
And a listener, if this episode sounds incoherent, then it is fitting to the film we are talking about. I think let's end the story there because I can't remember how it finished.
Well, you've basically summarised the whole thing.
But how did it
Wait,
finish?
no,
Did he
he's like...
propose?
No, the reason he goes to Dr. Cuntlove and he agrees to go and try and kill Dr. Cuntlove is because the military man is like, I have the cure for the bulk.
Oh, yeah.
And when he's on the radio, he's like, there was no cure. I'm evil. Mwahaha. And then he ends up trying to bomb him. But then Hannah, seeing a nuclear explosion on the fucking TV of a castle in New York, goes, what? Wasn't Hank in there? And the dad's like, yes, your husband is dead. And then he's there, like, in the next scene in Hannah's room. He's, like, crept in the window.
Cool. Hannah was in some other good stuff. Hannah was actually in some good...
No, wait. Can we not talk about the last scene for a second? Sorry.
Alex,
Right.
I know that
Hannah goes
here,
to a...
but I don't remember the last 10 minutes of this film.
Right, well,
I watched
I watched this film this morning, so it's still fresh in my trauma.
A good
banks.
hearty breakfast.
He killed him and the general get into a fight and they fall off the building.
Yes, they
and
fall,
die.
like, 1.5 floors down.
Yes.
They both die.
The last scene is Hannah at the graveyard talking to Hank's gravestone. and
With a
being
very
all
big
like,
smile on her face.
With a very big smile on her face. She's like, haha, sorry, I'm not very good at talking to headstones. It's like, all right.
What a
okay.
jape.
And then the policeman, the bald policeman who coined the phrase, they always return to the scene of the crime, is there. And he's like, oh, you don't like drinking, do you? Well, drink this. And pisses on his grave. And then 2 big purple fists come from either side of the screen and crush his head.
Crush his head.
End credits.
Sorry,
But, like,
no,
the
no, no,
headstone
no.
and all the text was in Comic Sans. Which might be the funniest part of this movie.
Tim, when you died, you want your headstone to be engraved in Comic Sans.
I want it to be a combination of Comic Sans and Wingdings.
Yeah, I do now remember the 2 fists because they slam either side of the head in what should be like a jump cut, but it's so slow that it goes bonk either side, and then it stays there for a second, and then it cuts to credits.
Yeah,
So
it should
they
be like,
can't
bam
even
cut.
do a jump cut right.
Oh,
Right, Hannah has been in Criminal Minds, the TV
Crime
series.
Minds?
She was also in Heroes.
damn. Was she the amazing bulk?
No, she wasn't. The mentally challenged assistant sister, daughter, or lover of Dr. Cuntlove is in something called Misfit Heights, which is it's Sesame Street, but they all are cannibals and kill each other in gory, bloody ways. Tim,
Cool.
it sounds
Of course.
right up your street.
I'm kind of down.
So I know this is TIHI. I know that we tend to stick to video games on this. I chose this because it's a superhero film. Tim, I know you had a good time. What was your favourite scene of the Incredible Bulk, the Amazing Bulk?
Probably the chase scene with the cops and all the exploding cars and going down the same street about 800 times. That was something to behold. If not, the sprint through the park as a date.
Yeah, the date was special. Alex, what was your favourite scene?
I mean, the chase scene in the city was good, but I think the chase scene at the end of him leaving the castle, just for the sheer volume of how much shit 3D animation can we fit into this?
We've paid the license. I'm using the whole license.
We've paid for the
It's like
stock
the-
footage
it's like the-
bundle.
Yeah, it's like they bought like a bulk pack of 3D assets by some school or college and went, that'll do.
Yeah, and my favourite scene was where they first vaporised a rat and were very nonchalant about it, simply because it caught me so off guard. That was
Yeah, they were just like, oh, well, that's Billy 275 or whatever
They
it
were
was.
like, "Urgh, this is annoying. Okay.
Then he said, "No more failure," and then the other scientist was like, "Count backwards from 10."
That was so weird. We did a full count backwards from 10 just to see Hank hyperventilating.
Yeah.
Fucking bizarre. Alex, would you recommend The Amazing Bolt to a friend?
I think this is a film. Tim's given a thumbs up there. I think this is. Do you remember, Tim, when we first met and we sat and we watched a Neil Breen film in an Airbnb while getting hammered?
Yes.
That's what this film needs to be for. Nothing else. Do not. If you're on a date, you're on one of them dating apps and you've matched with someone and gone, do you want to come back to mine and watch a film? Do not put this on. If you've got some,
Unless you are
if you've got
dating Tim.
unless you're dating Tim, if you've got some bros and you're all getting hammered, crack on.
Tim, would you recommend this to a friend?
A
course he would. Look at
bajillion
him.
percent. Look at it. It's the peak of cinema. There's nothing higher. Frank Scorsese, who?
Scorsese. Is that a real name, Tim? Did you mean Martin Scorsese?
That one. I've already forgotten him.
Sorry, Frank Scorsese.
I think I combined Frank Sinatra and Frank Scorsese in my head, and they're not at all related.
Frank Sinatra, famously the movie guy.
Famous film director Frank Sinatra.
Do you want to know what's really annoying?
What?
There is a Francesca Scorsese,
Are they in
is-
the biz?
who is a film director, the
There it
daughter
is.
of Martin Scorsese.
There it is, insider knowledge. Yeah, no, 1,000,000%. Fuck Alex's advice. Watch this on a date. Watch it with your friends. Watch it sober. Watch it drunk. Just get those numbers up. I need more people aware of this movie.
Unfortunately, Tim, I might agree with you because
Yes!
this film, I should say, is available in its entirety on YouTube for free. But I think officially it's available on YouTube for free. So when I say you'll get the best quality version of this, there is no best quality version of this film. You will get the one that the director intended to put out on YouTube for free. And whilst I think might be the second biggest bag of shit we've ever dealt with on the podcast, I don't think our words here can justify quite how mental this is.
What was the worst bag of shit we've ever done?
Well,
with?
this was going to be my next question, and I think I've given it away by saying second biggest bag of shit. Gents, I said you have to watch one film, and it was this or Borderlands,
Borderlands.
This.
you'd actually
Actually, no. Oh,
This was at least
that's
like
rough.
I was laughing from start to finish at
I
this
wasn't
movie.
laughing. I was totally bemused from start to finish. Do you know what this didn't ever do, which Borderlands did from the start? This was never boring.
No,
True.
it's a mile a minute. This movie.
So, Alex, would you rather watch this or Borderlands?
I think it might actually have to be this.
There you go. Second biggest
Fuck
bag
you,
of
Randy
shit.
Pitchford.
Third biggest bag of shit, the Unpacking video game. Right, gents, that's going to do it, I think, for this Thanks I Hate It. Sorry to put you through that, Alex. Sorry you haven't been put through that sooner, Tim. Let's leave it there.
Good
Anything
stuff.
You want to say?
Join us next week for BAP with Pete and Sky.
And we will see you in 2 weeks' time when we do a cutscenes.
Yeah.
See you then, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Tim, Alex, and Joey too. Got a show for me and you. Games and films and tunes, they'll skew. Some laugh, some grows, it's nothing new. Things I hate it, let's dive in. Games and movies, where do I begin? Tunes we love, but still we spin. Laughs and cringe, it's where we win. Da 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 da.
Not hitting any more dabs, Tim?
No, my neck hurts.
Okay, bye.